Welcome to the Heron Hits podcast, your first stop for all things Inter Miami. We are here at the end of the Inter Miami versus Al Ali Club World Cup opening match. So we're just finishing the last few minutes here. It's in stoppage time already. It looks like someone is on the ground and hurt,
What a save.
either wasting time or not. But before we finish the end of this game, just want to give a quick shout out to our chief Heron Heads, Chao and Marivid. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for the rest of you that support us on really on our socials and on Patreon. So thank you for that. And if you can, just like and subscribe. It truly helps us in YouTube. And without further ado, we will finish off the rest of this match, which is already 2 minutes over the allotted stoppage time here, extra time.
What happened to the goalkeeper? He made a fantastic save and then
Fantastic save. I think he fell on his back
his butt died.
and his back broke.
Spinal.
Spinal.
He's got a spinal injury there. Yeah, I mean that would have been nice. Just end it with a nice little.
Imagine.
Oh, let's
That's
see.
the thing. That the way this game's gone. What do you think, Chris? How has this game gone for you?
First half was rough, to be honest. Let's see this corner here.
I think you're a little bit ahead of us, so
Oh, well, I'm
don't.
not gonna react. So
Well, I just saw the corner now, so
nothing happened. But now they have a great run that they're probably gonna score on right now.
I mean we've actually looked pretty dangerous on
Okay,
our last
there you go.
few corners.
The game should
one-
really be coming to an end right now.
The one that
Yeah, there it
Fafa
is.
missed was brutal.
I'm surprised this game's still going on. But while I think Frey's on the floor, the game it's been it's been kind of what I expected. I know it's not what our predictions were at all. Not even close.
A little off with the
We
5-3.
really thought there was going to be a lot more scoring going on in this match, and we've seen absolutely nothing go on. Al Ali looked super dangerous in the beginning of the match, first half, and then all of a sudden, the second half, it really turned into Miami's game, in my opinion. We were a lot more threatening on the attack. Our defense kind of settled in. I don't know if it had to do with Aviles being subbed out in halftime and bringing in Chelo. Aviles plays a little crazy sometimes. But yeah, so the match just finished 0-0 Inter Miami versus Al Ali. So they each get a point for their standings, and then we'll see what the other matches come out to the rest of the weekend. So it's disappointing. This is the match that we thought we were probably or had a chance to win. We didn't think we were going to win anything right now, but this is the match that we thought we had a chance to win, and to come out here and not even score a goal at all is very disappointing. It's not what you want to see in this tournament. We got two very big games ahead of us, which those are really the ones that we expect to lose, not this one. So props to Al Ali and their fans. They showed out in the stadium this evening, and it was packed, man. It was red. It was a sea of red out there. What did you guys think about tonight?
I mean, I think we feel fine in the sense that we got a point. This is I think a lot of people didn't expect us to even do that, but if we were gonna win a match in this first round, it was gonna be this one. And the way Ustadi played and getting that clean sheet with all the chances that Al Ali had, you had to come away with a goal. There's to not score on this team is really unacceptable, especially with the few chances that you were able to generate in that first half. And then in the second half, they brought in Fafa, and you see the dangerous play that he brings. And it's crazy because he's one of the shortest guys out there, but he had the most dangerous header in this match. And you just see time and time again, we don't put our best offensive weapons out on the pitch. And you can argue to your faces blue that they're never going to bench Suarez for someone like Fafa, but man, make that sub. Don't be afraid to make that sub sooner then. But you feel okay with the way this thing could have easily swayed the other way. This thing could have easily been a 4-0 match against us. So I guess you're content with the 0-0 showing, but these next two matches against Palmeiras and Porto, it's not going to be this.
I mean that's what worries me, right? Because I agree with David. Where I was hoping that we would get a better result. I thought that if we were going to win, it would be here, and now I don't think we're going to get any more points after here. I'm hopeful that maybe Porto. Yeah, I think they've had a pretty rough season so like this last year. This just and I'm hoping maybe we can kind of capitalize on that. But just seeing how these guys played us today and how like I don't know, man. I didn't see much juice from our from our side. Unfortunately, I didn't think that like who can you say that belonged on the field with these guys today, or that did anything fun? I mean, so just not fun, but just like Fafa when he came in, I feel like he was an injection into the team. That he's always good for a header. It's funny. I thought he got
Always, man.
that header that didn't go in. My God,
He hit it well. It was nice
Yeah.
bounce
it
and
was
everything.
great stop.
It just didn't go in. And the other thing that was curious, and we kind of spoke about it in the preview, which pardon our housekeeping, it says live match preview at the top. Oh well, it's not a preview, but we talked about how this tournament we're probably going to see a style of play that is better, is more conducive for Inter Miami to really do something about it, about scoring. And we did see what we expected. They weren't pressing us like crazy. They weren't overloading the box. Oh wow! Look at Chris. Chris knows how to do things. Uh, he was able to change it to reaction. They played us how we expected these teams to play us, and we still couldn't do anything. And that's painful.
And it's more like what we like to see, right? In the MLS, we wish that teams would play us like this, where it almost felt like we could do whatever we wanted. As far like they were just closing out, obviously very very tightly. There's just it wasn't like they were letting us do anything, but in the sense of like it felt kind of open, right? And if we want, I think if we had better players, we would have been able to do stuff. To be
Yeah,
honest,
the passing wasn't what you want to see. And again,
heavy foot every
yeah,
time.
there's a lot of heavy touches.
Uh,
But still, there was my main issue with this is just that we couldn't do anything, and we even said at one point, like, man, the other team seems so much faster. And yes, they are faster than us, but I wouldn't say that they're like
They're
killing us with speed,
they're not
because they're
palmeros.
not. They're not. I wouldn't consider this team to be a fast team by any stretch of the means, but we're that slow, and that stinks because like Allende at one point was the fastest player on the pitch until Fafa got on there, and you see guys just running right by Allende. So
Um,
that's something that this club needs to look long and hard when it comes to bringing in players. It's not even just a lack of speed; it's the floor of speed on this team is in the basement.
Jose, you said Porto has had a rough season. They really haven't. They're third in their league, with Benfica and Sporting Club de Portugal ahead of them.
Why you
Um,
fact checking Jose?
What
I
What
just
is this guy?
what I do to this guy?
Wow.
no, just to because I found it weird when he said that, so I had to look it up. So
Yeah,
it's
You
not
should
gonna
have said,
be
"Did you know?" And then we would have been like, "You know what? Okay, we didn't
it's
know
not
that."
gonna be any better than what we saw tonight. If we thought we looked slow tonight, just wait till we play them. It's gonna be rough. Let me tell you.
maybe what I mean by that, maybe I don't know. Just throwing things out there at this point. Maybe this is not good for their standard. Maybe that's what I meant. That could be what I meant.
Sure, sure,
We're
sure.
used to seeing a more potent
Right.
Porto.
So
Yeah.
going back to what Jose was saying, that we didn't see anyone that we feel like should have been there or matched up well with Al Ali. Who did you guys see that maybe thought had a really good game? To be honest, I thought Frey played very well when he was playing the right back position. They moved him into center back because Toto did Toto moves, and he got a yellow, which his yellow, to be fair, was a good yellow, if we're gonna call it that. It was
Oh,
necessary. It probably would have been a goal, or at least a chance, a strong chance. So it was acceptable in my opinion. But yeah,
but
that,
then
that changed Frey's game.
his play afterwards, like we are
Right.
so incredibly lucky that Toto didn't get called
Yeah,
for a second yellow,
he should have
because
been.
that sweep of the leg was worse than his initial foul.
Yeah.
So that was really scary. And also then Redondo gets another tactical foul as well, and he stayed on, I think, the rest of the match, right? I don't think they
Yeah.
subbed him out because we don't have a true replacement for him.
Yeah.
And that was Bright out with injury. So it was worrisome because in the very first period, in the first half, our two biggest threats for getting multiple yellows picked up those yellows.
Hmm.
And then of course we got Busquets and Suarez picking up descent yellows, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's you want, and then as far as who played well, I actually liked what I saw out of Noah Allen in this one. I
Mhm.
thought that he was pretty good.
Yeah, and I agree with Trico. Both goalkeepers, honestly, they were lights out. There was consistent opportunities where they just made a great play. You know, um,
Ustadi saved the pen, and he made some other very nice saves that should have been goals. At least 2 or 3 other ones.
This is the Ustadi that we were getting at the
Yep.
beginning of the season, which
Bingo.
is like
Our
we know
offense-
it's there.
our offense just didn't match up with what we were seeing in the beginning of the season from our offense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, those matches we were winning 1-0, 2-1, 2-0.
Right.
Like they were low scoring.
Mhm.
We just couldn't get on the board in this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, man. Ustadi saved the match. He definitely deserves to get the man of the match tonight. We'll get in. I don't know if Jose's ready for that, or if he's even gonna get into that later. But
Yeah, you
we'll
gotta-
do it. We'll go ahead and do
gotta
it. If
pull up
anything, I could
some-
run it since you're off
I'll
your
be good.
game at David's house there. but
You know
yeah,
what?
Ustadi was
Props
an
to
animal, man.
Jose. Props to Jose for finding his way here. He couldn't watch the match where he was, and he asked for permission, and I reluctantly said yes.
Yeah, Peace Lau was actually commenting. Cello actually stepped up and did something for once. I tend to agree. He actually did okay. He
Didn't do
did
bad.
get burned at times, like he normally does, but that's kind of expected at this point. But he played well considering the circumstances and kind of being thrown in there and having Frey move in and all that. I thought he played a decent match. You know, he
I'm
did
happy
fine.
that Frey didn't come off. You know,
Yeah.
because I think it's been Mascherano's like move to just take Frey off to put in whoever the replacement's going to be. Even though lately we have seen him push Frey up, and I mean, this was almost perfect in my mind. I think if Cello had been pushed into center back, I think that would have been fantastic because again, we see more of of um of Cello's strengths if he just stays back, and you see that more of him at center back, and then you take away Frey's strengths by keeping him back at center back. So that's the only tweak that I would have done there.
Yeah, we know this guy Mascherano loves chill out right back. So yeah, Jose's finally out of the basement. David, let him see the light.
I'm ready for you, Chris.
Are you really?
Yeah,
I'm ready for you,
Well,
Chris.
I'm not ready for you.
right
So
after saying man of
give me a
the
minute.
basement.
All right, let's get into it then. Let's get into it.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
And now it's time for Jose's most and least of the match, presented by SofaScore.
Well, we
All right,
had
Jose.
the. I'm sorry. What did you say?
I know I said, all right, Jose, go for it.
I was going right into it. The guy just interrupts. I don't
Unbelievable.
understand. I was fired up by the. All right, so man of the match. Who do you guys got?
It has
it's
to
pretty
be
obvious.
Ustadi. I mean, it has to be Ustadi. But if we want to go
right.
second one, the not obvious one, I'll go with I don't know. I like
Messi.
the way the Frey played.
I mean, Messi.
I
There's
like
no
the
one
way
else.
Yeah,
It's such a steep dive after that.
Messi
Like,
for taking all
He had a
the
bunch of shots.
yeah. And then so we had Ustadi with a 9.7 keeper sweeper.
That's the highest we've seen in a
that's-
while from a non-Messi
It's a
player.
very high score. Yeah.
Holy moly!
I mean, but we saw it, right? We saw it constantly. This guy.
you save a pen, and that's like 3
Yeah.
added points right
Yeah,
there.
you gotta add 15 points to that guy. I mean, it's one of those things where you I was impressed. I was happy that we finally got into the Panthers goal.
Panthers goal, Marquand, he's a monster.
Yeah.
Reserve?
So it's one of those things that you hope to see that, right? And by the way, Chris, we're gonna need that throughout the rest of this tournament because he's gonna have a lot of opportunity to step up. Let's just say.
Yeah.
If we thought we were
He's gonna
getting
be-
burned tonight,
Yeah, I was
Yep.
against this team. I have such like I am so worried about Balmenas. It's incredible how worried I am. Have you watched any tape on them yet?
I just saw that they
I'm
took
worried
over
about-
Times Square.
Yeah,
I'm
Their
worried
fans were
about
all over Times Square.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
pretty rough.
So I think if you thought that this was a lot of people in the stadium for Ahly,
which there was. There's
I think those next 2 games are gonna be
the
insane.
Al-Ahly's fans went into Hard Rock and took over Hard Rock. Straight up. It's
And-
sad on our part. But then
and
again,
the Brazilians travel well, so Palmeiras is going to be packed for sure.
It's gonna be
oh, it's,
crazy.
and yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Is that in South Florida too?
I don't know when the next game
I
is.
think
I haven't looked.
I think we play them here.
Their fans were all over Times Square, so I don't know. I gotta see the
Well,
schedule.
I think we play. I know that we play a team in Atlanta, and then we play a team in down here again. It might be against Porto. I think Porto was in Atlanta, and then Palmeiras was whatever. But if Palmeiras is down here, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a lot of Brazilians down here. So
Porto is in Atlanta.
Okay, that's
Porto's in
what
Atlanta on Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
And then Palmeiras is here at 9 p.m. on a Monday night.
It's gonna be a lot of Palmeiras fans here. A
Yeah.
lot. It's a fact.
I don't think there's that many Brazilians that travel to Miami.
No, they live here already. They already live here. That's the thing. They're already here. I mean,
Who
when
was
we
the second
said-
one, Jose? Who was the second one?
Yeah. And then least of the match.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
wait, we have to guess.
Number 2 is Messi, 8.1. Which I mean, I could totally. I mean, I feel like whenever he had the ball today, I feel like he was,
Yeah.
electric as usual.
Okay.
So that was
Especially the second half. The first half, he was pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Outside of the free kick.
They were beating him up all match. I mean, they were marking him. They're tripping him, kicking him.
I
They
feel
had
like he
spikes
gets.
to his knee. They
I
didn't
still
call.
feel like he gets worse treatment in MLS play.
Yeah. I remember Orlando that last year it was terrible.
I think that
MLS
he gets
is
mistreated
very
more.
MLS is very what's the word I'm looking for?
Garbage.
No, not even garbage. Just more contact and more aggressive than
But
a
the
lot of other.
officiating in MLS is so spotty and terrible. Like the one thing I will say is I thought the officiating in this match was fantastic, except for the pen was a little soft, but you couldn't really review that and say that there wasn't contact. So that's my one gripe. But other than that, I thought the officiating let them play for the most part, and when they gave the yellows, I was in agreement.
Yeah, it seemed
Although
fine.
the spikes to the knee should have been called. That was not
Yeah.
called. That definitely should have been called. But
I think got him right in the gut.
Yeah.
All right, let's guess. Let's guess.
Least of the match. Who you guys guess?
Let's guess. I would say off of play alone, I would say Segovia, but so many yellows were given that I would have to say Toto. Probably because Toto got a yellow and was removed from the match.
Yeah, I was gonna say Toto as well. I think that's the obvious one. I think Suarez had a pretty horrible game too. That would be my second guess of them winning.
Suarez was the third best player on the team.
Was he? He didn't do anything.
Chris doesn't know ball.
What did he do? He did absolutely nothing.
Chris doesn't know. Chris doesn't know ball.
And that was with the yellow card. I don't know what to tell you, Chris.
He had that bicycle kick.
Yeah, he had the bicycle kick.
It's great. We love those.
My God, he got a bicycle kick. He hits the guy in the head and he gets mad at the other guy. Like,
how does Suarez get the third highest rating? I mean, that guy's useless out there right now.
Pistolero.
Him and Frey.
Useless.
Him and Frey 7.3.
I thought Frey had a good game. That makes sense.
So then, who did you have as least of the match?
We said either Segovia. Well, I said Segovia, and then he said Toto.
All right, so Toto had a 6.5, and Segovia had a 6.7. Not terrible. They had pretty terrible games all around.
But who was the least?
The least of the match, Allende, with his heavy ass touch.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know what was up with that guy. Every time he touched the ball, it just blew up on his foot. Not fun. I don't know. What
was his rating?
6.3.
Yeah, he disappeared. At least Segovia, he'd seen the second half. I don't know if they changed the way he played or whatever, but he was playing a lot more in the middle, and maybe that gave him a little bit more in that aspect. But Allende was a complete ghost.
Yeah, and I think Allende was noticeable, but it was never for a good thing. Yeah. It was always negative.
Do you guys like him at right
wing?
Yeah.
I feel like he's played better as a striker. No?
Yeah, but you're not gonna put him over Suarez. That's the thing. And Messi is technically Messi's his nebulous play. It kind of makes him positionless. And then he's like the natural person at that spot, other than Fafa. And we've seen this team just wants to use Fafa as a super sub.
And Fafa should be left wing, in my opinion, always. Not right wing.
And it's funny, it was a hot take by one of these guys before, but on their side also, their goalkeeper was also the
man.
Yeah. Yeah,
he-
Henry.
I mean, he wasn't
8.6.
he wasn't as impressive as
No.
Yeah.
I tell you, go penalty kick
Hen-
save.
yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Henry
it's,
says Fafa could have won the game for us. He shouldn't be in earlier. He definitely should. We've said it already a couple of times. We've been saying it all season, but he
Yeah.
should be
No,
in
but
earlier.
we said it already,
We don't
Henry.
get it.
We agree.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That header, I don't know how that guy blocked the header. That was amazing.
Every time he comes in the match,
And there's a
there's some sort of dangerous play that comes out of it. Never fails. And Mascherano continues to not use him, and I don't know why. None of us know why. Just dumbfounded.
Hates him.
Yep.
It's because he's not Argentinian, as they
Maybe.
say.
Jose, how did our midfield do? Because I don't know, Busquets and Redondo, I thought they were kind of ghosting as well.
Busquets, I don't think had a good game because I remember
6.8.
early on Busquets was turning over the ball like crazy.
Boosie had a 6.8.
Another Panthers goal. Let's go.
Boosie had a 6.8 with the yellow, right? After he just got pissed off at the ref, right?
He had cursed out the ref on a set piece.
Just angry. And Redondo with the yellow as well, 6.9. Pretty mediocre stuff there.
Redondo, he's had worse games, you know?
No,
Yeah,
it wasn't a terrible game.
He's had worse games. I saw he positioned himself well. He boxed guys out. He did all the things that we've liked him to do without the flailing elbows or without losing his cool. His yellow was a good yellow to pick up. So I wasn't really upset about that at all. And yeah, I mean, we've played a solid enough match defensive. Like we look like garbage defensively. Like we allowed a lot of shots on goal. But whenever we come away with 0 goals allowed, you have to win that match. You have to. So like I don't feel that bad about the way we played defensively and in the midfield and all that because it was good enough to win.
It's been a
We have to
while
find a
since
way to
we've had a
score.
clean sheet. It's been a while since we've had a clean sheet, and we got to take advantage of that, man. That's unacceptable in this, especially in this tournament. It's just unacceptable.
Talking about Redondo, we're just talking about him, and one thing that I don't know if you guys noticed also, I think having the open play, like compared to the MLS, right? When you look at the way the MLS teams play us, where it's kind of like very hard and congested in the middle, I didn't see that at all in this game, and I felt like it was easier for Redondo
It's open.
to not be. Yeah, he felt open, and it felt like he wasn't a turnover machine.
He wasn't
like
gonna
usual.
elbow anybody.
He didn't feel like he had to elbow somebody to get some room. I mean, he felt very comfortable. I felt, he wasn't by any means what we expect from him, but he wasn't. I felt like he wasn't bad.
Yeah, we're built more for this style of play.
100%.
The only thing is we're not built for a tournament because we have such a shallow team.
Correct. Like our style of play, I think, and the players that we have, I felt like they were comfortable overall. I just don't know if we had the facilities to take care of business.
It didn't feel like the stage was too big and that the opponent was. I mean, but again, it's Ahly from the Egyptian Premier League. Which take that as
in their own right, they're very good, but ultimately, like we're in for it. We're gonna find out real soon how good or bad we are.
Yeah, and
we broke Ahly's streak of winning. What was it, David? I think you sent it, David. Winning.
Oh, I think they lost their last game. They were saying it. They were
no,
saying
no. Winning the host, beating the host team in the Club World Cup. They've won like 3 straight.
I didn't know that.
I thought you sent it. Who sent it? I don't know. Maybe it's in our Discord. If you're not in our Discord, check out our Discord. There's a link below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. But I think the last 3 Club World Cup matches that they've been in or against the host team, they've won. So at least we broke that streak.
Take that.
Boom.
Yeah. Team of destiny.
Gotta celebrate something tonight, right? Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, it was honestly a fun match.
Yeah.
As far as 0-0 matches go, I enjoyed watching it. It's not like it was. I've seen some 0-0s. It's like pulling teeth.
What did you notice in our first half that we changed in our second half? Where it looked like we were a little bit.
It looks like they settled down and they actually started attacking. Because before they were playing on their back heels.
Yeah, and I also think I don't know if Ahly changed their tactics a little bit, but I didn't see them. They kind of opened up. Although we were saying that they're not playing like the MLS teams play against us, but I didn't see them as congested in the second half. I feel like they gave us a little more space. Messi was able to do his thing. He had some nice shots in the second half. Velasco
were
was
going
able
for it.
to play his kind of 10 position as well that we like to see. So, and yeah, Inter Miami was definitely going for it. So all of that helped a lot, and I think those two things just helped them out incredibly.
Yeah. Henry's asking here if Bright and Baltazar will they be available next match. The truth is, I don't know. We have to see how they train. I just knew for sure this match they weren't going to be available. I wouldn't be surprised if Bright is available. I would be surprised if Baltazar is available.
Baltasar was available. Baltasar was a sub tonight.
Oh, he was? Oh, well, then there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. They should both be available.
Baltasar Rodriguez was a sub tonight, so he was available. We didn't, which is another question mark. I mean, I guess
he was there.
Yeah.
Which is good. I mean, we've seen good things from him that one time.
Yeah, it's good, but
10
I
minutes.
don't know why. Maybe he's still lingering with the injury, but I feel like tonight, man, if we ever needed some spark on offense, it was tonight, and we didn't play him either. We saw what he could do in the minutes that he's played that he's not hurt.
Now, something to keep in mind is that obviously one of their better players got hurt. His name is Ashur, Imam Ashur. We had mentioned him. We had mentioned him in the
early.
He got hurt early, and honestly, that's their engine that gets them going. When we were watching a lot of those for the preview, we were watching a lot of tape on that team, and that was one of the guys that I was most concerned with because he tried to exploit teams with long balls and just long through passes, and
we didn't see a lot of that.
We did not.
It must have really changed their game plan
completely.
Another one that I didn't realize that they had was Trezeguet. Trezeguet, one of my favorite players when I played FIFA a few years ago. I had a Trezeguet summer heat card, and I scored so many goals with that player that I actually became pretty fond of him. I didn't realize that they had Trezeguet, and he's the one who had the penalty blocked. But yeah, I mean,
Dave played FIFA with that guy.
Yeah, me and him go way back.
His penalties must not be very good rating because he missed it.
5-star, 5-star.
Didn't see that. But yeah, so I mean, it was an overall okay match. Like David said, it was fun. It wasn't a stinker 0-0 at least. It was a fun 0-0 if we could even say that. I hope we see more of our fans out there, man. Our fans were missing out in that stadium. Like we said, against Palmeiras is going to be rough to go against that.
I don't want to crap on the fans, but it's kind of hard not to feel kind of crappy about it. Like, this is our home club. We're home field advantage.
Right.
And we can't get butts in the seats.
Yeah. I will say, I'm gonna say it. Terrible scheduling for the NHL. Like, literally, we have a team. And I don't know how many of our.
I don't know. A lot of the fan base has crossed that much, though, man.
I mean,
also, it's not like the game is here either. They're playing. These guys are playing in Edmonton.
Yeah, but where's our stadium located right now?
Sunrise.
Exactly, and where are the Panthers located at?
They're playing in Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, they have a core fan base in Fort Lauderdale, and that whole fan base right now is looking at that game right now.
But if we can't pull fans from Miami, then we're in trouble.
I agree. Yeah.
Because this
is where they're going to be. Stadium.
This is where they're going to be next year.
Yeah.
They have Messi, they have Suarez, they have all these big names. They're in a big time tournament.
No, it was full. It was sold out.
Yeah, but it was full of the other teams. Yeah. These guys a lot of them had to fly from Egypt. We couldn't get guys to drive 10 minutes to the stadium.
Yeah.
This is a problem.
Yeah, and look, to be fair too, the team didn't help out at all because I think they treated La Familia and all supporters groups like crap too at times.
Apparently that was FIFA. So, it wasn't the team. Apparently FIFA had issues with supporter sections.
It could be that the supporters were, a little bit higher. We didn't see that on the broadcast.
No. We saw tweets and stuff from La Familia that they didn't. Yeah. One, they didn't do the tailgate because a very prominent La Familia member passed away this week, so they didn't feel comfortable tailgating, which I understand. And then they said the few members that did make the trip, they weren't able to secure a section or anything, so they were going to be scattered throughout the stadium. And since they were scattered, because they were encouraged to bring the banners and all those things, but since they weren't going to be together, they didn't see the point in having the banners and everything. So maybe we can coordinate a little better for the next one. But
the banners, the band, the music playing, all that stuff, that makes a difference too in the environment and who goes and all that. So
yeah.
it's a shame. I hope
But it's
they
a FIFA thing. I don't think it's an Inter Miami thing. Even they mentioned it that it wasn't the club that was doing anything to
Mhm.
block them. It was FIFA.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Palmeiras is gonna come with their own band, and it's gonna be a lot of fireworks in that game.
No, you love your fireworks.
Yeah,
you
I
do.
do, and that's gonna be a lot of fireworks. Let's
Follow
just
us on
say there weren't
TikTok
many
for more
fireworks in this
fireworks.
game.
Jesse Revueltas asks, when was the last time Messi scored at Hard Rock Stadium? I don't know.
I don't know. It could be. Did he score for Copa America?
I don't know.
Or no, he got injured at some point with a giant swollen ankle. So I don't think he did.
To answer you, Jesse, we don't know.
No idea.
Google
It wasn't a Clásico, was it? That was a long time ago. When I went a long time ago, I
That was years
think he
ago.
may have scored that day. I don't remember.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, it was all right. Today's a big day. Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of political things.
Maybe.
You know,
True, a lot of things happening.
I don't know.
Yeah. A lot going on there. We don't really get into it here, but yeah, we do know that there's a lot of things going on, and hopefully everything gets squared away out there. But we try to keep focused on Inter Miami while we can.
We're soccer.
Yeah.
Some things are out of our pay grade, and our pay grade is very low.
Very low.
Zero is our pay grade. Zero is our pay grade.
With that said, please help our pay grade. Like and subscribe below. It costs $0. And yeah, do you guys have anything else going on? I think the next Club World Cup match is tomorrow. PSG versus Atletico Madrid.
Atletico
If I'm not
Madrid.
mistaken. So that's a fun match.
You're right.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. We're all fathers here, so hooray us. But yeah, all the daddies out there, happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Jose, you
Happy
good?
Father's Day to Julio, who's being a dad somewhere else, I guess.
All right, guys. Well, with that said, thank you all for joining. We appreciate your support. We will see you in the next show, whenever that is. Just follow us on all of our socials, and you could kind of see when our next show is going to be. But yeah, thank you all for joining, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Hey. Thanks, Chuck.